Hi folks, Glyn here. You may remember a while back now I wrote a tutorial on my website called The Invisible Black Background. I've had lots of questions coming in, so I thought it'd be useful to record a video tutorial to show how we do it. So here we are. Basically, we're outside. I think it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so a fairly bright day. And all I'm using is I've got a Nikon D800 with a 70 to 200, and I've got it's actually a Canon flash. My Nikon flash wouldn't work. So I've got a Canon flash on here in manual, and I've got pocket wizards. So, invisible black background, the theory is here. Forget your flashes, okay? So turn your flashes off. Literally just get your camera and think about the speed that your camera and your flash can talk to each other. Now I know we have these super duper pocket wizards now that have fairy dust that can make things work really, really quickly, but just think of things in their basic terms. We've got sync speed. So the maximum speed that my camera and my flash can talk to each other without talking about hypersync is 250th of a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm outside, I want to create a completely black background, and that is going to be my backdrop. So I'm going to come outside, I'm going to put my camera in manual at 250th of a second, and my ISO I'm going to take down as low as it can go because I want my camera to be as least sensitive to light as I can make it. So I'm going down to 100 ISO, and I'll just choose something like F11. So the idea here is the flashes are off. I want to take a shot of our friend here, Gary, also a top photographer, take a picture of him, but I don't want to see him on the back of my screen. I want it to be completely black. So we'll take a shot. So we'll zoom in, take a quick shot, like so. Now the idea here is that nothing should be visible on the screen, and you'll see now that we can actually see something on the back of the screen. So what I can't do to make this darker is speed up my camera, because we've got the maximum speed that they can talk to each other. So what I shall do is go from F11 to F16. So the eye of the camera closes down even more to let less of this light in and make it much more darker. So we'll try that now. So we'll take a shot like so. So now we've got a completely blank screen, or black screen even. That is my backdrop. I don't need to go out and buy black rolls or anything like that. I don't need to be in a studio. I'm outdoors now. You can hear the birds are singing. We're outdoors. We want to do a black background. Now I want to light Gary. And this is the simple part. My flash is in manual. I'm using an umbrella, real cheap umbrella. And I want the light to go into the umbrella and then come back again. The only thing we have to be careful of here is we've got the shaft of the umbrella coming out. We don't take his eye out when we get too close to him. And I can close it down. Normally the umbrellas would be really big, we'd have a load of light coming back, but I want this to be a tunnel of light, just lighting him up just a little bit. And we can kind of make this like a softbox by closing it down. So now it is almost like a cheap softbox. So now I'm on F16. This is only one of these little battery powered speed lights. They've only got so much power, so I'm taking that to full power. If it was a really, really bright day and the sun was glaring, which we aren't getting that often in the UK at the moment, I'd have to use a more powerful battery pack, something like Elinchrom Rangers or Hensel Porties and things like that. But this is just a normal speed light, a Canon speed light, Nikon camera. But on full power, we'll take a shot. So the pocket wizards are on. We'll just do a quick test shot, so don't look at the light, Gary. Okay, so a quick test shot. And all I want to do now is just see where my light is going to land on Gary. And there we go. So now you can see on the screen, we'll jump over to the computer now, that we've got a completely black background and Gary is lit. All I would do now is just move my light around to get the kind of lighting that I want on him. So nice and simple, nice and quick, and it's a good little trick that you can have in your photography tool bag for when you're out and about to get the kind of shots that you need rather than being in a studio. Loads of questions about this. Some people have said to me, oh, I can't seem to get the background really completely dark when they're indoors. That might be because, well, you know, we've got a flash here. You might be too close to the wall. Even if you take a shot without the flash on, it's completely black. The minute you turn that flash on, that's going to bounce all around the room and you're going to start to get some of that light in. So just make sure that you narrow that light down and everything should be fine. But any problems, by all means, give me a shout, glyn@glyndewis.com. Otherwise, enjoy. I'll see you next time.